Good morning, everybody! Happy Solar Plexus Day. Happy Yellow Day. I don't have yellow, but it's okay. Jerry does.
Right. We have a yellow candle.
That's nice.
And Mama's wearing yellow over there.
And over there. Oh, thank you, Mom.
And we have yellow over here.
Yeah.
Those are your cues. Bring on the yellows. The sun is yellow, lemons.
Bananas. Pineapples. Mm-hmm.
A yellow vegetable.
Anyhow, welcome to 5D Full Disclosure, Heaven on Earth. We are the Morning Ascension Gathering.
Crew.
And we love you all. And we're glad you're here. My name's Buddha.
And I'm Jerry Pie.
And we are the First Contact Ground Crew Team. Why? Because we met Mother God.
She is here. She was. She ascended this year. And for those who want proof,
it's in the pudding.
you're gonna have to feel it. We've dropped some beautiful truth nuggets on our 5D Disclosure 17 chat on Telegram, 40,000 odd subscribers, and we know that the egos come out to play when we trigger them because it's the truth. We have no bias around it. We're not pushing anything, but it does trigger. And you wonder why.
I drifted the title.
Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. Doesn't matter. We move along. The title hasn't been updated, so we have yesterday's date.
No, it's Roadside Nuggies.
Oh, George's Roadside Nuggets. Okay.
All right.
Moving along, angels like to play, and they made me forget. I take full accountability for not doing the title today. It is the 20th.
And I always ask her, and I didn't ask her this one. I was like, oh, she's got it. She's got it.
We had plenty of time. Like, ample time.
Wow. Watch me transform real quick on this live stream.
How's the trigger, Buddha?
It's up there. I'm about an 8 out of 10.
Is that 8 seconds? Are you over it yet? I'm counting.
It's probably about 5 seconds.
I mean, I could change it right now, can I?
Oh, yeah? How? You're going to restart the whole stream?
I've not even done Restream.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Moving along. It is live. We are good to go.
Okay, here we go.
Time is linear anyway. Like, it could be 2055 for all we know. We know nothing. I don't know shit. I just get angelly guided and
to forget. Yeah, she gets angelly guided to forget stuff. This is how wonderful it works. Oh, I was guided to not do it. Sure.
Oh, shit. My phone stops working.
I wonder why.
I already took full accountability. So here, Buddha, call it out 3 times.
Every time.
More.
You gotta
one more.
You can't just hammer a nail in with one hit. You gotta make sure it's in and in good.
Whereas divinity would have it that I will call it out once and move along.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then the pattern repeats.
So it is the third one. Thank you for calling yourself out, Buddha. Love you all. Please say hello. Where are you at? How are you feeling? We're still riding the full moon energies. And we have some beautiful messages in store for you today. How about some of Mom's beautiful time traveler nuggets? This is from 2016. It is called the New Moon Ascension Update.
Greetings, love beings. Love you so very much. And thank you to RJ for doing the video for everybody yesterday. I'm honored and grateful. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just kidding. I don't know what is going on today. I have no idea. Working on energy all night long. And then I had a 3-hour meditation. And I'm still like, I gotta do session. So it is the new moon in Aquarius today. We hit the energies this morning, around 6 o'clock Eastern. Let's see. Today's energy is centering around this new moon, which will affect the energy flowing into your life today. Yeah, it caused me to. Okay, so Mars, it's in the planet of Mars, is action and hot tempers. And this is from Tiffany Styles' energy report. So speak boldly, set your intentions for this new moon. And new moons are a wonderful time to plant seeds for what you'd like to harvest. The new moon reaches its peak, saying at 6:39 a.m. Actually, so that was Pacific.
Okay.
Which is when the energies are the strongest. Yeah, fascinating. That's what I was. So, light candles, incense, smudging, which we do here a lot, as we pray for everyone's awakening.
Yes.
Let's see if there's anything that's in. Yeah. Okay. That's what she said. So every new moon that comes around, I use a checkpoint for my life. The new moon is about starting with an empty, clean slate. It is the conception of an idea to become birthed into life with this coming full moon. Okay, so Oracle report. Today, of course, Moon in Aquarius. Be receptive to signs and messages. Follow your synchronistic events, everybody. Those are your guideposts to let you know that you're present in the moment of now and that you're following your destiny. So the true alignment is seeing a bigger picture, connecting with the heart, solutions, receiving a blessing. And I love blessings. Removing oneself from pressure or drama, sincerity, signs and signals, integrating an understanding that has eluded us, dedicating to a higher cause, saving oneself, gentle, right timing, sympathetic, and re-enchantment. Okay, so this lunar month symbol is a large white dove bearing a message. Good news. Yeah, it delivers energy for us to get a big message, she says. The messages are just likely to come from an indirect or background way, as Mars is located at another bird symbol of a parrot listening and then talking, repeating what he has overheard. Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, reactivating last lunar month's a hidden choir singing during a religious service. Okay, so to me, this is a happy thing. Thank you for that, Dean. Angels, I love you. What was I gonna say? Okay, so she says, to me, this is a happy thing because the unseen assistance last month was formidable and most welcome, as this solar lunar year's epic shift in the consciousness of humanity prepares to close. Interesting. And that closes out on the 7th of April. So we've got the bird energy. Adding to this theme, Pluto continues the exposure and disclosure with a girl. Now, I don't know if I can get this word. Surreptitiously. You guys got me on that one. Bathing in the nude, and the black moon continues to shine light on a gang of robbers in hiding. Fascinating. At times, what is being revealed or the messages we are receiving may produce a feeling of wanting to get away, escape, or leave the pressure. At the new moon today, Mercury is located at a woman entering a convent. What? Retreats are highlighted. Well, I got my own retreat in here. Going on. This new moon is about honoring and reaffirming our hopes and our wishes. Where's my wish? Oh, I grabbed it right out. Wishes of love coming true, dreams of love coming true. So we're asked to connect into our inner planet in here. Okay, so, all right. Now, the next one is very fascinating. We'll see in a highlight. This one is the Ascension, 2016 Ascension forecast about the 3 waves that we've been talking about. And this has been my role now, is to prepare you for your ascension, get you ready. And this is Kim Hutchinson. She's a guest writer on N5D. She says, much has changed for humanity in the past year. even though superficially things look basically the same. If you are hoping for a visible change in the world by now, you might be disappointed. However, there are plenty of reasons to be happy. Yes, there are. When looking for proof that things are changing for the better, it's helpful to understand that ascension is an ongoing process, everybody. Thank you. Certainly at some point we may experience a game-changing event or two, but that's just the tip of the ascension iceberg. So the majority has awakened. Consciousness is expanding, so all life everywhere is ascending. Yay! I'm waiting for this one.
Get 'em, Mom.
This is both an individual and collective process. As we awaken individually to the truth of our divine origins, we do so in stages. Our personal awakening affects those around us. And we'll have to say, either people transform with us or leave our space. This is the way it is, everybody. The reality. Okay. These shifts in consciousness come in great waves that affect huge numbers of people. Yay! In the wake of the great shifts of 2015, we are now witnessing the awakening of the second wave. So the first wave was at the end of September, the second wave here is coming up in March. So we've been preparing the second wavers, mostly. We are now witnessing the awakening of the second. The first and second waves combined represent roughly 2/3 of humanity. Interesting. I don't know how she got that, but okay. That means the ascension momentum is gaining speed rapidly and has such momentum behind it that the awakening can no longer be hijacked or derailed. Yay! This reason alone, everybody, you should be excited and cheering and celebrating and yippee yaw, those type of things.
Yippee-doo-dah.
So the first wave of ascension is comprised of people who are farther along the awakening ascension process, who are blazing a trail for their sisters and brothers. Many of these spiritual pioneers have successfully elated their vibration by undergoing intensive spiritual cleansing process. Oh, my body's lighting up. Such as the dark night of soul, as they healed their karma, cleared their fear-based ego restrictions, and shifted their awareness from the head to the heart, everybody. The fifth dimension and beyond is the level of unity consciousness where like attracts like. Rather than forcing light and dark live cheek to jowl, 5D beings are vibrationally clustered with like-hearted souls. Yes, I love my team, family. The lack of dissension lets the light shine brighter and the love to pour forth more freely and purely. First wavers are grounded to a high vibrational earth, and through this interdimensional connection, they are helping to anchor 5D love and light to the lower two dimensions. Walking on sunshine! That's what she says. The outlook for this year is continued acceleration of this ascension process, coupled with tangible changes and benefits. Many on this leading edge of this cosmic awakening are finally starting to reap the rewards for their efforts. So this is the year of completion. Man, my body is lighting up. Much was launched in 2008. If you remember that. Sustained happiness, inner peace, increase in spiritual business due to the awakening, increase in 5D abilities, instantaneous manifestation, spiritual reunion, and partnership with pure source consciousness. Okay, as a result of autumn's much anticipated electromagnetic frequency called Wave X, huge energetic shifts are occurring. Indeed. All of which are to help raise the consciousness of the planet. Everyone benefited from the incoming light frequency upgrades, but it was the second wave who perhaps felt it most strongly. Those galactic light codes, coupled with Gaia's accelerating Schumann resonance, which is the frequency of heartbeat, and the elevating consciousness of the first wave is adding fuel, whoa, to the spiritual awakening that is blazing through the second wave. So this is the largest group. And this has really tipped the balance in favor of the ascension. Yay! Okay. Interesting. Second wavers will continue to expand through the tug of war between the light and the dark, and we've been seeing that. The process can feel like an out-of-control roller coaster ride, which I had a lucid dream of a roller coaster ride in my meditation. I don't know what that was about. I've ever seen it though. So we're purging out lifetimes of fear and pain, breaks soul controls, vows, and other limitations. Expect to see big changes all across the planet. This intense journey will be facilitated and eased by the first wavers who've been going through everything recently. Know how to help heal, guide, and do some innovating. So shed the lifetimes of fear, pain, and suffering. Let that go. Let the ego go. You could have ascension, flu, and awakening symptoms as our bodies change to crystalline, awakening to the truth, shattering illusions, changing the world, moving rapidly through the awakening process. So, yippee, everybody! That's what we got for today. And I am happy to be of service to you today. I do again want to thank RJ for putting that video out. It's a very brilliant, poignant video for everybody about, the masters are stepping forward. And the strong ones will make it through. Meaning, let go of your egos. Step into love yourselves, love each other.
And being full circle.
I don't. Check your phone.
All the guidance, all of all. We all that's why we came here, to be in support of her. Okay?
Yeah, it's showing up on mine.
That is the most important, especially for masculine energies right now. We have not seen masculine energies be in very good support than the feminine energies. So, yes, love is in charge.
Yes. Well, we love you. Happy new moon in Aquarius. You can set your intentions for the planting for the full moon that will come up towards the end of the month. Happy Ascension, everybody.
Woohoo!
Enjoy the ride.
Here we are.
Love you, mama.
Whee!
What a time traveler, eh?
Uh-huh. She even mentions 5D in 5D, which is not a platform Mom has used for a long moment. Like, she had the Galactic Free Press, and she had, what was after the Galactic Free Press?
Sound of Heart, or it was Sound
Yeah,
of
it was-
Heart, then Galactic. One of those. I'm not
And then it
exactly
was
sure the
Love is
order.
One, and now obviously she knew that we were moving into a greater platform on Telegram, and we're always guided by our angels as to the titles of names of channels, and it's very beautiful that it ties in with our new channel, 5D Full Disclosure 17. A lot of nuggets in there.
Mm-hmm.
Egos are out. Mom loves to say, only the givers and lovers make it to heaven. The takers do not. So if you are aware of your energetics and where you manipulate the energy, you will soon catch yourself pulling for attention, for sympathy, for whatever it is that you're looking for to fill a void inside of you that is part of the illusion. Because ultimately we are complete within ourselves. And that is the journey. That is the journey of embodying higher self, of connecting to Mom, having a meet Jesus conversation with yourself in front of the mirror to actually know your worth. I wanted to share a comment from Ruth on Facebook. Welcome, everyone. Love you, Ruth. When we receive a gift and find that feelings of unworthiness crop up, we can simply acknowledge the feelings and then re-heart ourselves that they are beside the point. We might say to ourselves, I am meant to have this. As we allow ourselves to accept the gift, we might feel tenderness in our hearts that naturally shifts into a deep feeling of gratitude. As we sit for a moment, consciously holding the gift in our hands or in our hearts, we say yes to the universe's many blessings, and we also say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Olga says Sacral Chakra Day. Someone said blacked out. Well, Mary, but I mean, we can see ourselves perfectly, so let us know.
You just gotta refresh. By now, we should know we gotta refresh every time. It usually will freeze or do something to prevent you, so you just gotta back out and then refresh and then it's back. You know, do that first before freaking everyone out that it's blacked out, because it's not. Anyhow, I have something I wanted to read. It's on our website. It's titled Spiritual Warfare by Natoya Hall. Thank you, sister. Hi, beloved. We are living through some pretty epic times, and I wanted to touch base with community and speak about a few downloads that have been coming through. We are in it. These times will be written in the Akashic of New Earth. A few potent things some of you may be realizing right now. We are living in many different realities right now. To be upset and angry at others for their choices is a waste of good creative energy. A lot of people are showing their faces because with this spiritual warfare, nothing is hidden. So people that you expected to be different or act differently or show up differently may be surprising you right now. And dear ones, you cannot take this personally. This period of transmutation that we are in is mental, conscious, and emotional. We have lived thousands of lifetimes to get ready for this now. This is the incarnation where you put your wisdom and mental brilliance to use, your heart brilliance. You are it. If you weren't in this warfare, would not be happening to you. Ascension, do you get it? There is nothing in this lifetime that you are training or preparing for. This is the battle. And you get to choose the timeline you wish to play this on. I've been preaching for years about how important it is to make sure that your reality is governed by you, because you are the creator of what you witness and see out there. What is happening out there is what is happening within you. It is a collapse of an old paradigm ruled in fear. Make peace with what you know, death to be. Fear is a real emotion. When you are in fear, it may seem that there's no way out of it. It consumes you. Fear is a master teacher, but also a master liar on purpose. It will convince you that you are not powerful enough to defeat it and see past the illusion of it. The reason why most are in fear right now is because you trust the fear more than you trust spirit. There are many different narratives being played out right now. And the narrative that sinks in your consciousness have to be the ones that have consulted the divine, your higher self, and your teams of light. I am not here to speak about your choices and tell you what is right or wrong. That is not my position here. I am not trying to enslave you. You have free will, so the fact that you can make a choice is a big deal. Just be mindful, heartful, that you are not being puppeteered in making choices other than others deem best for you. Many are going through major collapse of the ancestral curses or programmings. You may be feeling the way it has always been done stops through you. Most of these curses are there to disillusion you, to believe that you are not powerful enough to break it and stop the thread of it. How do you collapse it? You live differently from your parents and your ancestors. We have been conditioned that we have to do it the same way they did, and we do not. We have the courage to do it differently, being a completely different energy that what is expected from you. If diabetes runs in your family, insist on living in full joy. Insist on not doing everything for everyone else, but doing things that make you feel happy and good. You may be shunned or looked at funny or be talked about, but at the same time, best believe that there are those inspired by your new trajectory and are guided to do the same, simply because you had the courage to show the way. You have lived many lifetimes where your ancestors did things to protect you, where you made contracts and deals to sustain your way of life, where you've had to live the karmic wheel of consequences. You are free, beloveds, to step out of the cage of fear. Command your higher self to release all the times you did something for your survival and to be ready to step out of survival mode. No one is doing anything to you. Be ready for the purge that will take place within your DNA. I leave you with this, Starseeds. Source Creator is not dumb or has ever been stupid. In the midst of chaos, the greatest evolutionary timeline is being created. It may feel scary, but now is the time to disconnect from any old paradigm that no longer serves you, beloved. Believe and know that if you go to the opposite direction from the crowd and follow your spirit, that you have won the game. And so it is.
Brilliant. So Mom mentions the Trailblazers, and this article really confirms that we are Trailblazers, first waivers and second waivers, preparing for the third waivers. So the path isn't gonna be rosy. It ain't gonna be clear. And that's the training of getting to know your inner compass, getting to know the heart. Do you know what your passions are? These are the questions that you need to be asking, not why is it taking so long? Why are they so asleep? Well, on the multidimensional level, are you ready for them to wake up? Are you ready to be the leader as part of the transitionary government? Because they ain't going to be falling on anyone's shoulders but ours. And we contracted, so therefore there's no skirting around your role, your responsibility, your voice, your authenticity, your truth. And that requires you to step up, actually taking a leap in your soul growth to express yourself. Expression comes through the voice box. It comes through creativity. It comes through sharing. So if you're not sharing every day, if you are not finding creative ways every day to reach at least one being without getting triggered, you're a whore. Yeah. I mean, mom calls it out. God calls it out. She trained us to call it out. So we call it out. If you take it personally, that's for you to transform. And that's why you keep tuning in, listening to these words. And those doubters, well, it isn't their time yet. Everything is in divine timing. Like the article says, Mom isn't stupid. She didn't come down here and suffered in pain in the corner without any acknowledgement from her children, without any support for mostly 13, 14 years of her mission. For it to fall down like a stack of cards, no. She needed the foundation. She needed a team. Well, she didn't actually. The team came to her. She just secured the grid. There was a point last year where she took down the higher grid. The girls mentioned it in the Daily Disclosure show. She took it down.
That's crazy.
It was like no one was waking up. What is wrong with you? There is nothing wrong with you. Your ego says there's something wrong with you. Those thoughts are not yours. That is part of the matrix. That is part of the illusion. And your identity is nothing. It doesn't actually mean anything to your soul. They're just experiences that you've accumulated in order for you to gain wisdom. So I feel like it is time for you to feel the urgency of the message. That you are a leader. Start a channel. Mom will line it up. Love will handle the details. This is one of the simplest ways in which you can share your truth. No more excuses about, well, my TikTok got shut down, blah, 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 because you know what? Mom got shut down. A lot. Like, we can't even count how many times she was shat on. She got abused. She got things stolen from her. She had to start from scratch every single time. And that is how she trained us. YouTube shut us down. We start a new channel. Telegram censoring us, we keep going. You know, we have like 23 beings on Facebook and maybe the same on YouTube. It's like, that's out of 8 billion? That's just ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, we know there's more viewing. They just they throttle it down, and then they push the numbers down so that when other people are watching, they're like, oh, they're not catching any traction. Oh, look, 24 views, you're making progress. Like, we understand that there's a much grander play going on. And a big part of piercing through the veil is really going into your heart and feeling everything through your heart, knowing what resonates, what doesn't. And I mean, we've known for a long time that there is a larger viewership. It's just being throttled. It's just not being shown. And that's okay, because this is your test. This is your test to see through the veil. This is your test to also now participate. You know, if you feel these messages are resonant, you know, have you taken the moment to share? Have you taken the moment to share this with a friend, your family? Like, there's all these little things we can begin to do instead of just being a spectator. This is not about you just sitting on the couch and watching it play out. This is you waking up to the fact that you are playing a major role. You are an actor in this movie. And yesterday we had a session, and we were emphasizing the importance of this communication. She had a major block in her throat chakra, but she was very connected. But she wasn't honoring that connection. She's not in full expression, and so it dampers everything. And as I was explaining to her, you know, you not choosing to share your truths is slowing down the entire ascension process. Because the way you share, it's going to hit people differently. You're going to have access to other people that Jerry and I could have never spoken to, could have never woken up, because that was your responsibility. So please take that to heart. Know how important and how valuable you are in this spiritual warfare. What you say, how you feel truly matters. You count. Everyone counts. And the beauty of it is through this journey, it can be very blissful, it can be very joyful, and it can also feel like hell. But that's the purge. We are leaving all these lower frequencies behind so that we can truly come into our own, so that we can truly begin to feel the upgrades. And the upgrades aren't coming through stagnation. The upgrades are coming through movement, through expression, through meditation. Now, that doesn't mean you sit there under a tree and meditate all fucking day. Trust me, you don't need to do that. Every action, every breath, every movement is a meditation. Doesn't matter what you're doing. In fact, challenge yourself. Can you wash those dishes in a Zen state? In meditation. That's when the downloads come. That's when you're like, okay, I'm scrubbing this. I didn't want to do it. I know I didn't dirty this dish, but I'm going to scrub it. And I'm scrubbing it, and the downloads come. It's like, oh, we're like, Mama? And you know where to go next. You know where the flow is. You know where your angels are guiding you to. And it becomes this beautiful dance, this beautiful ebb and flow where you're like, okay, I don't have resistance. Did I want to go do that? No, but that's probably what I need to do because I feel the resistance. The resistance now becomes a gauge of what's most important. Well, what do you have the most resistance to do? That's most important.
Boom. Welcome, Regan or Kylie from Tasmania. We love you. Mary says, I feel that I'm here to help the people in my community. Well, you feel right. Absolutely. Everyone should be getting that ping. And if you're not getting that ping, which you are, you're ignoring it. You're really ignoring it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel nothing. No, that's not true. If you've had an etheric surgery, you will feeling a lot. So yesterday, Aurora put up on the website, our online store, the new Daily Discipline deck.
Woo!
I have it up here. Can we have a holler? We have it available, 12 decks.
And they will sell fast.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
we just wanted to test the water, and I know they're going to be very popular for those who aren't really that disciplined, because consistency is key. Love is consistent, and if you're not being consistent, you're being half-assed. So these every day will guide you through your discipline practice. Our newest deck by Mother of All Creation is the Divine Discipline deck. This deck includes 66 different divine disciplines that you can implement each day as part of your spiritual practice. These disciplines have all been guided by Mother of All Creation as the best spiritual disciplines to anchoring in your higher self. They're perfect to use with children to help them learn about spiritual disciplines and also bringing joy and play. The deck was a beautiful co-creation of 6 members of our team, made with so much love you wouldn't believe it. And it features some of Mom's artwork. I feel this is the one. Yeah, it is. She colored some beautiful drawings, and she even wrote things on it. And she has beautiful handwriting. So it doesn't really show in this graphic any of Mom's writing, but I'm gonna pick a card for us.
For humanity.
For humanity, for today. How about that? They feel beautiful. Do we have drum roll, please?
Oh, you want a drum roll?
Drum roll,
We got
please.
a drum roll.
Surrender! Surrender! Okay.
That goes to you trolls out there. You best surrender. Why? Love one.
We as human beings are being asked to surrender, release, and let go of everything we once knew to be true. For an old story is closing, and the last chapter is about to be finished, as a new story is about to begin in all its glory. It even rhymes! Nice! Okay. So included in the deck is the morning gratitude prayer. This is Mom. She does say this prayer on a YouTube video. Explains a little bit about Mom for those who want to know more. And the divine decrees.
Included in the deck. Those documents alone are priceless.
Right.
Now you got them in a card size thing, and
They feel beautiful.
very good quality, beautiful artwork.
It makes a perfect gift for someone, you know. It's not as in your face as like, did you know that? Da, da, da.
It's a perfect gift for the sheeple. You know, we did a big poll. What are your biggest challenges right now? Dealing with the sheeple, right? Well, guess what? Gift them a deck. This will help them out of their poop, out of their shit.
Actually, we do have another set of decks, which is not as in your face. It's the elemental deck. Let us share that.
Okay, I guess I'm done talking about that then.
Sorry, you did?
Well, yeah, I was gonna
Oh, sorry, love. Go
emphasize the fact that these cards really help the sheeple. You got a friend out there. You got someone out there who's dead asleep, doesn't know what to do. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You've tried all the different methods. Now guess what? You get to slap them with the deck. Boom. Here, take a daily disciplines deck. This will help them. This will help them free themselves from their sheeple programming, because now they're like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what to do. Life is so boring. And then you're like, well, let's draw a card. This one says, bring it on, angels. That's a good one. This is like the turbo boost in video games when you're driving and like you have to run over the rainbow and you go faster. When you say bring it on, angels, 3 times, it's an acceleration. It's like you're commanding your atoms into right action and saying, bring it on, angels, bring it on, angels, bring it on, angels. And they're just waiting. They're waiting for you to say this because now you are engaging. You are saying, hey, I recognize you're there. What you got? What can you do?
Brilliant. Brilliant. It is a brilliant tool, present, gift. Highly recommended. Okay, so before I share the next deck, I just wanted to read Pamela's comment. I have much to share about my experience. I'm looking forward. Nothing can stop me or hurt me anymore. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'd like to get on with the good stuff. Love you, Pam. So here is the elemental deck. So the elemental deck is such a beautiful, this is my favorite. There's only 6 copies available. But the elemental deck, it has 44 cards with messages from the elementals. It has 11 messages from the animal kingdom, 11 from the fairy collective, 11 from the gnome collective, and 11 from the crystal kingdom. They're so beautiful and perfect with simple messages that are great for adults and children. Graphics were created by Taryn and content was created by Rora and Nancy. Thank you, loves, for putting together such a divine deck.
Do we have one?
Yeah, but it's not here right now. But we can show it tomorrow. We'll show you tomorrow.
Okay.
Awesome. Which brings me to an article Buddha posted yesterday on the schools of Lemuria. It's very relevant to the crystal schools. And I know that we're very excited to use the new platform for the crystal schools. So this is, I feel, let me just read who it's from. Monica Murani, The Women of Lemuria, Ancient Wisdom for Modern Times. It's a lengthy article, but I can just read some that are important. Lemurian society was less technical than our society today. However, Cryon has said they were incredibly advanced. How did this advanced society function? Lemurian society functioned in ways that would appear to us like out-of-the-box thinking. For example, their approach to education was vastly different to what happens today. As Cryon explained, let me tell you a little more about Lemuria and some attributes of their society. You might say, why would you do such a thing? The reason is so you can start to connect the dots as to what else is happening on the planet. I now speak of the Lemurians way back then in a land that was beautiful before the ocean covered it. Let me tell you about their children. Schooling was very, very different in major Lemuria. This was before Atlantis, and it went like this. The teachers were called elders. They were greatly respected, for they dispensed the knowledge of the culture. They were all seniors and represented some of the highest attributes in society. Yet, they didn't run the schools as your teachers do, or have anything to do with day-to-day business. There were no administrators or buildings in the schools either, and the buildings were all small, isolated, and unconnected classrooms. There were no linear system. Instead, the elders would get together and decide what the children should learn and know by a certain time. The parents would send their children to the local classrooms at a certain age. In a typical classroom, the children and the elder would all decide together what had to be learned. The children would then take over and collectively decide how fast they could learn it and report this to the elder. The teacher would be flexible and go along with the children's plans. Then the children would often choose a leader among them or a rotation schedule of student leaders to help with the task of maintenance and administration of what their goal was. So the elder was there to dispense the knowledge and make certain the children got the appropriate knowledge. But the children had high conceptual ideas and could often conceive of the entire project of the year's learning in one day. So even without the actual knowledge, they would lay out what they felt was the best way to learn it, the quickest method, and how to best plug it in to their schedule in class. When they felt they'd learnt it, they would request to be tested, If the class passed, they would all earn the end of the term. Then the vacation would begin, the real goal of the children's at that age. So instead of a common term of duration, they start at the same time, but there were no set ending points. So the children would determine the term's duration by how fast they learned. This was conceptual and reflected their ability to understand what had to be learned without actually knowing the information. There were no school years or grades, only the goal of a certain degree of knowledge, and the goal to get it done so they could play. The children were in charge, but they absolutely understood that they had to learn what was required. Now many might exclaim, "No, this is too unusual and odd. It couldn't work. Human nature wouldn't allow for it." My reply is perhaps 4D human nature would never allow for it, but a conceptual, multidimensional child could do it easily. The reason I'm telling you this is the beginning attribute of the indigo child that we channeled many years ago. It's very Lemurian. Even some of the labels of the indigo children were listed as multidimensional. Back in Lemuria, if there were slow learners in the class, the children would see the situation immediately and tutor them. What you now call homework was, instead, an assignment for each student to tutor another so that they could all keep up with the class. But the only things they took home were other students. The faster they learned, the quicker the vacation. It made sense. You might say, well, what about those who were troublemakers? Were there any of those in this great land of Lemuria? Of course, make no judgments as I reveal how this was handled. The children would handle the discipline themselves. Oh, not by the bully system, for that's not in the consciousness of a conceptually minded child. The article goes on, so please do visit 5dfulldisclosure.org to learn more about the Lemurian classroom. This is similar to Mom's vision of the crystal schools, because the children lead the way. They have all the codes.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready to activate. Anyone 18 years or younger has a ticket to heaven. So you best be on your toes, learning, receiving, and embracing their gifts. It's not about you. You're not in control. Love is, and they have all the love codes.
Yeah, you can find relief in the fact that you don't have to do this alone. And a big part of why we trusted the government to teach our children was because it was a resource. It was something we could all confine and trust. But that's been the big mishap, the big what's the word I'm looking for? The big bamboozlement of humanity is where we gave our power away. We gave our power away to fear and separation and to a system that is no longer being sustained. So grateful that these new energies are going to allow this reemergence of the true crystal schools, the true way of educating our children so that we can really bring in heaven on earth. It all starts right there. And a big part of that is you changing how you do things. You know, there's a big resistance to pulling the kids out of the school. I don't know why, but I feel a big part of that is because you yourself have to change. You yourself have to take on more responsibility to educate your children. And it can feel overwhelming. You got bills to pay, you got this, and that to do. So it's by design to keep you stressed out, to keep you in a fight or flight. And so that's why this transition is taking moments. You know, we're going literally from one extreme to the other. And we're going from fear to love, where you can now begin to trust what is happening. You can begin to trust God has set in place a new paradigm, a template of universal consciousness, balance, harmonics, equality for all. And it's so grand that not one person can put it into words. This is something you have to experience. As we come together, as you begin to participate in the Crystal School curriculum, in the Crystal School sessions that we're doing, all of it is designed to help you so that you don't feel alone, so that you can trust the fact that God has done her work, and now us as her children get to play, get to implement these new ways of being. And that's being in love, being in joy. She is the giver of dreams. And it's true when she says, all dreams of love are coming true. Whatever that may look like, it's going to look different for everybody. But it's something you can look forward to. You can begin to create space for it. Light some sage, light some Palo Santo, keep the incense burning. Have a ceremony, a burning ceremony. Burn all that old stuff that no longer serves. Go through all your old paperwork, all that old dense stuff. You know who you are, you clutter mongers. Just put it in the fire bin and burn it. It will help release the energy. And then you can move forward.
Yeah.
I did want to show that video on the
Sure.
Telegram.
Yeah, can I just share this as just a page of the curriculum?
Sure.
This is just we co-create the curriculum online, and we ask everybody to feel into how they could contribute, because you have skills that we don't, and you have wisdom that we don't. You're downloading codes too. So this is for next month's curriculum. We're covering the councils and the transitionary government, and it's just a little snippet of what it could look like. So we basically just asked the angels, how we could create content that is child friendly and put it into like a graphic form on Canva. And we all help each other. Like if you're not very skillful with graphics, then you just pass the text on and someone will do it for you. So fun fact, did you know that dandelions, even though it is considered a weed, contains many healing properties? From root to flower, dandelions are highly nutritious plants loaded with vitamins and minerals. Consuming dandelion promotes a healthy liver. We need our liver to get rid of toxins in our body. So we provide an activity for each of the days. So this activity is rub your hands together for a minute so that it creates heat between your hands. Now pull them apart slowly and pretend that you're holding a ball between them. Bring your hands closer together slowly. Do you feel that energy between your hands? Then another activity. Massage someone. Get a family member to sit down, grab some oil, organic coconut oil is best, and massage their hand or arm. Now massage their neck and shoulders. Get them to massage you. Take turns and see how it feels. So it's very simple. Like, I'm sure anyone could pick up a topic and research it and write something about it, It's not as daunting as it looks. The responsibility you can accept that in increments. Like, you don't have to jump all in, although we encourage you to, because that's the only way the ego is going to glitch. When you make a decision, everything lines up for that growth. You don't need to fear the change. The fear is in the fear itself. You already know that intellectually. Now bring it into your experience. There is massive growth there for you. Everyone is a teacher. Everyone is an elder. Everyone is a child of Mother God. So we're all equals. It's just the level of your unworthiness is measuring that gauge of where you are on that scale. Equal mean one. One meaning all. We're all going home. You're either going to go slow or fast. So might as well come along because it's much more fun, right? Awesome. So we've got this video to share.
America is back.
Highest inflation rate in
The border is collapsing. Claim of COVID infections.
We amplify our power. We summon a new strength.
This is a recruitment ask.
Should we be embarrassed?
Diplomacy is back.
Now the Taliban are back. Kabul is not in an imminent threat environment.
The likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
They own the whole country now. The Taliban are now in complete control of Afghanistan.
How did President Biden get this so wrong?
First of all, the mission hasn't failed. Yet.
If this is what just failed to look like exactly. You destroyed not Afghanistan, but the world.
I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.
Do I bear responsibility?
Zero responsibility.
China is ready for friendly relations with the Taliban.
Oh my god.
That was powerful. You know, we've been traveling a lot recently, and as we've met different people, it's quite enlightening to see that what we would consider deep sleepers are actually waking up. You know, they aren't so asleep that they can't see how ridiculous Biden is and where his lack of leadership has taken us. Because he's really not in charge. He's just a puppet. But, right, this is now an outlet for people to begin to wake up and recognize that there's so much more to this story than some puppeteering fake presidency. And it is fascinating as we get to see all this unfold. Like, there's no more hiding. We can see that this is all just a movie. It's all a fabrication. And boy, oh boy, get your popcorn ready.
Right. Can I share this one from London?
Sure.
A footage.
Sainsbury Park Station, rush hour, and here we are demonstrating. Can we trust the media? Or do the media push agendas? Of course they do. The NRT are dying of COVID-19. It's very rare. They're still trying to strain us. One media connecting. Do the media push agendas? Of course they do. The vaccines are the virus. They're not the vaccines. UK vaccine deaths. Adverse reactions already over 1 million. Oh, look at that. Blindness, MS, heart attacks. So this is it. Rush hour. Finsbury Park Station, Seven Sisters Road. Very positive response from everyone. Adverse reactions already over 1 million.
There are the silent majority, as we can plainly see. They don't report that in mainstream media. But the cabal are done. This is a show. And it's not to like get caught up in the drama of it. We are aware that there are many people transitioning in these moments. That grief is real. But know that there are grander things coming. We are all going to be reunited. So whether they transition now or make it through in physicality, we will see everyone. That is a promise. Mom says everyone is coming home. Every single being who has a soul has a rightful place in heaven. We were all contracted, and that is their contract. So we are here for you. Mom trained her first contact ground crew team to be here for humanity through this transition. You play a part. We all play a part. So we're so grateful for your support, your love, and your voice. Please do support the mission. If you're getting pinged to buy one of our love products, one of the Oracle decks, please do. They're so divine. They feel amazing. The matte on that finish of the cards are beautiful.
Yes, thank you everyone for booking your sessions, getting your orders in. We are grateful for all of your support, any which way you can. Everyone has a different way of doing it, but please do something. You know, if you don't want products, donate. You know, we do this every day. We give so much information out every single day. You know, this is all for you. This is all for humanity, for the upgrades that we're all getting. You know, there's no charge for any of that. And as we transition, you know, of course, there's going to be some moments in between before we're fully into these, you know, replicators and new technology. But feel into that. Once this technology comes out, all that money you have saved in the bank, worth nothing. So why not use it for a better good? Why not use it to help the betterment of humanity to assist in the acceleration of this whole process. There's plenty of you out there probably just sitting on millions, where all you need to do is now just, throw $1 million our way. Okay, we'll get these crystal schools started in no time. But we love you all, and we're grateful for all of you doing your part. And whatever that looks like to you, just keep doing it. Keep sharing. Connect with us. We're here for you. We love you. We honor you. That's all I got.
Enough said. We will see you tomorrow morning. George will be back for Roadside Nuggets later. In the meantime, have a grand solar plexus day. Really feel into the divine will empowerment coming through. That is where the beautiful divine guidance sits. That intuition in the solar plexus. Feel it, hear it, and follow through with it. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey hey hey, love has won and joy reigns. Na 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 na.
Joy!
Na 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 na.
Joy reigns!
Hey hey hey, love has won.